trending this week?
Blues Clues and You should be Blues Clues and Yous. Blues Clues and You, the reboot of the original children's classic, has carved its own niche in the popular culture today with a new song. The ABC Song with Blue, sung by the dog Blue as voiced by Traci Paige Johnson, assigns concepts to letters of the alphabet. At P, the song notes P is full of pride. To underline its point, the P is in rainbow colors, the same as the colors of the LGBTQ pride flag. The letter is also surrounded by multiple other flags representing specific communities. Those include flags for the trans community, asexual community, pansexual community, intersex community, gender fluid community, and more. ABC Song with Blue is exclusive to the show's official YouTube channel and has yet to air on television. Earlier, Nickelodeon served up an ad that seemed to indicate Spongebob SquarePants was a member of the LGBTQ community. The network played it coy when asked about the symbolism.
Yeah, we talked about that on this channel about that Avatar, the Book of Korai. I think she was wearing a rainbow shirt on that poster, and then I watched because I love the Avatar cartoon on Nickelodeon, and then I watched the next version of that, the story, the Legend of Korra, and spoiler alert, there is when the show ends, there is a situation where they don't do it on the show because it's still Nickelodeon, and parents, nuclear families and parents would go nuts in the conservative side of it, like, what the hell are you doing? You're not indoctrinating my kids. But it hints that the friendship that she has with a female friend who, and it's very complicated. This is how why I love that cartoon so much, because it was straight up soap opera. Get this: you have a girl who is the Avatar, all powerful, has the power for all the elements, right? And in season 1, she likes this boy. They get into a relationship. They break up. Then he moves on and gets with this other girl. And this girl is great. She's a good person. She's nothing wrong with her. She kind of pines for him a little bit afterwards, and like, oh my God, do I want to get him back? Is there a jealousy thing going on? Is there a love triangle? And then they break up because of different reasons. And then after that breakup, both girls develop a friendship and kind of joke about how they used to date that guy. Like, and it was so damn much drama in there. I was loving it. And then their friendship blossomed. Came in
and commented on somebody's Instagram post.
Yeah, exactly. And then their right. And then their friendship blossomed. I
miss you, Cora.
And by the end of the series, it was like they decided to go on like. They decided to go travel the world together or something like that, and they held hands walking away into the spirit world. I'm like, that hints that they like each other. It was, and I looked it up, and I'm like, yes, everybody believes that they eventually get together, but of course the creators of the show won't confirm that, but they won't deny it. And then now with Blues Clues, I'm sorry I went on a whole long rant because I love Avatar. But Nickelodeon's taking some bold steps, so I'm not surprised at this.
Did you actually? I really liked the way they did this, because I know inevitably someone's going to get mad about it.
And they said they didn't air it on the show, right?
It's your kid would never ask about it,
right? It was something they would never notice it, right?
Yeah. No, it's a quick moment. It's colored flags. It's a great piece of I thought it was very well done, because I personally think we should have more things like Legend of Korra. I understand you might not want to get into like the nitty gritty of, here's the details of, homosexual sex or whatever. Like, I get that. I totally get that. But things like on kids shows, we have things where it's like, oh, they're boyfriend and girlfriend, and just starting to have on that same level, they're girlfriend and girlfriend, and we don't have to make it sexual. They like each other.
Right. Exactly.
Is what I'm trying to say. I feel like I got lost in my thoughts.
I get you. Yeah. Because, I mean, you can say it without saying it.
Just keeping it on the same level that you do with relationships. It's like, yeah, I can handle that Mickey and Minnie are boyfriend and girlfriend. Mm-hmm. Why can't, Goofy have a nice boyfriend he hangs out with. Like, it shouldn't matter. So I thought it was a nice moment of representation, if you know what that is. And one of my friends who's gay was like, honestly, this is like really cool to see. And I'm sure for a lot of my generation who grew up on Blues Clues, like I saw this article getting shared by people going, hell yeah, that feels really nice to know that this thing that was a big part of my childhood has my back,
right?
And is kind of affirming my pride and my
exactly.
sexuality or my identity.
Acknowledging me. Yeah. It's just like in the like during Black History Month or and during Pride Month. And what it's cool when because sometimes you don't even expect it, and when it happens it's like it blows your mind, like, wow, they really just acknowledged something that I've been wanting for a long time. It's very meaningful for a lot of people. So it's cool that happens.
Well, and I feel like this will get lost to so many people because I feel like so often there's an issue with like, well, why isn't the TV show teaching my kids exactly what I want them to know? Right. And I feel like this was a cool moment because if you're watching this with your kid and they do ask, you can explain to them exactly what you're comfortable with. Or if you're watching this and go, you know what? Now would be an excellent time to just have the conversation of like, hey, we're going to pause real fast and talk about sort of pride and what that flag means. And, again, like, how you say mommy and daddy love each other. Sometimes boys like boys and sometimes girls like girls. And for kids, I understand that's all they need to know. And probably all parents are comfortable discussing with kids who are like Blues Clues age.
Right.
And the kids aren't going to start going, but what's asexuality? They're colored flags. But again, I thought it was a nice opening of like affirming people who understand it and opening the door if parents want to start having that conversation.
That reminds me of an episode of Will and Grace when Jack was invited to play poker. There was like a poker game and they needed another person and they asked Jack to come in and he was talking, and then a guy, I guess, that was uncomfortable with how flamboyant he was being, was like, can you kind of scoot over? And then Jack goes, newsflash, you can't catch it. And so stuff like that. It's like, it's what it is. Like, it's true. Like, dude, like, relax. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, so, I mean, it's.
No, and like I said, if you aren't having that conversation with your kid right now, okay, fine. You don't have to.
Right.
Nothing about that was egregious or even super clear about what it was. If you don't know what the pride flag looks like, you wouldn't make a connection or probably ask any questions. So like the more conservative parents going, well, my kids can just like take a seat.
I'm going to boycott Nickelodeon. Like, I'm never going to watch Nickelodeon again. Unsubscribe. No.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh well. More Nickelodeon for us.